You're welcome to my channel. This is the Peridot Impact. So this channel, what we do is that we bring you tips about fashion design, any fashion design related topics, fashion business related topics, fashion industry news, upcoming fashion events in Nigeria and around the world, fashion shows that are coming up. It's actually where you get the first gist about everything fashion design. So stay tuned to this channel. Thank you. So if you're just joining us, if this is your first time on this channel, please click the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Subscribe to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, and let's grow this community together. And again, please like this video for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. So let's delve into the topic that we have for welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. And our topic today we're going to be discussing pricing. Yeah, pricing has become a very critical issue or topic in the industry. So we're going to be discussing pricing. What is pricing? How do you price your work? People have been asking these questions all over and all over. I was on a Facebook page one day, and what I saw amazed me, because someone asked how much can she charge for a particular dress. She sent the picture of the dress to the group, and I saw the comment section was crazy. The comment section was very crazy because people just started throwing different accusations. Oh, you don't know how much to charge for this. If I were you, I would charge 25,000. If I were you, I would charge 30k. So want to be like, how can you charge 10k for this thing? It's too cheap. You buy the fabric, you buy this thing. Only God knows what kind of materials you're using. Maybe it's created different kinds of accusation, and the whole place was just like a no-go area. And I think pricing is relative. Why is it relative? Number one, you don't stay in the same location, you don't use the same fabric, you don't have the same knowledge. The way somebody will make a corset, the way designer A will make a corset is different from the way designer B will make a corset. It depends on your skill level. The knowledge of the material that you have is different from the knowledge of the material that this person has. So people don't actually know some materials that are used for a particular thing, and some people actually know them. And that's the way they work. And the way I work is different from the way you work. My skill set is different from your skill set. So I might be charging from my own point of view. So I think this pricing of a thing is relative to you. But I will just go into the general way that you can charge today. You can add your own or remove your own, whatever, and just make it work. Just make it work. So we'll be right back. We'll talk more about pricing. Thank you, and stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. The main aim today is for us to discuss the three types of pricing that I use personally. The first one is we use bespoke pricing system. You can use that as well. You can use the seasonal pricing system. That's number 2 that I use. The number 3 that I use, the flat rate pricing system, and I'm going to discuss all of this one after the other. So number 1, the bespoke pricing system. What do I mean by bespoke pricing system? The bespoke pricing system is like you price you give a price to your client according to what they want, and how they want it. So number 1, what are the things that are involved in the bespoke pricing system? Number 1, what does the customer want? A customer brings wants an outfit. Are you going to be the one getting the fabric, or is she bringing the fabric? That's number 1. So the pricing can actually solely depend on that. The particular design that she wants, is it something that you create by yourself, that you kind of want to create something customized for her, or she just brought something from Instagram and Facebook for you? Because that will actually can make your work easier, because she already has what she wanted in her mind, you understand, and gives it to you for you to just make. So that is kind of relative. So you can see that price is very relative. So if I'm the one designing the outfit for you from scratch, don't expect me to charge you like the same person that is bringing some style from the internet, so it's quite different. So that is why pricing is relative. Now, number two is that what does your customer want in terms of how will I put it? The style they want, the demand, the time that you spend on it. Is this something that is so extravagant that you spend more time, or something very simple? You know, some things can look simple and maybe complicated to construct. So you need to put all this into consideration. How much do you charge yourself per hour? Many of us don't really charge ourselves anything. We just look at this time, oh, this time maybe 10,000 should do for me. No, charge yourself per hour. What you do is that, how long is it going to take you to finish this outfit? How much does your hour cost? If you're going to take you like 6 hours, 10 hours to finish the outfit, and let's say you're charging yourself, you're paying yourself 1,000 per hour, that means that 10,000 is going to your pocket as the person that's going to do the job. Now, out of that your 10,000 naira, how much are you willing to pay out to someone to do for you? Are you getting the logic? That's why most of us don't actually have that's why actually most of us can actually pay a tailor. Be like, I'm the one working alone, I'm the one doing this alone, because I can't pay a tailor, I don't have much clients, I can't pay somebody to work for me, I am stressing myself out. You don't need to stress yourself, girl. What you need to do is that just be proactive about your business. Think like a business woman that you are. Stop doing this the old way. Fashion design has moved. Read my list. Moved from 1970. This is 2022. Girl, wake up. How much are you going to pay yourself? Number one, out of that amount, let's say for instance you have a tailor that's ready to collect 4,000 for a dress, and you know that you actually charge 10,000. That means 6,000 is going to your pocket and 4,000 to the tailor. So out of that money, you're able to pay a tailor without you doing anything. I'm not saying you should be lazy. You supervise. You can even cut for your tailors like I do. Most of the times I cut. I do the pattern drafting, I do the cutting, I do everything just for them to just help join together. They are machinists. Some of them are machinists. You can get a machinist if you know that you can't sit on the machine by yourself. Get a sewist, a machinist to help you sew. It doesn't cost much. Make sure that they are professionals, people that have actually been doing this for long. Some people were trained to be machinists and they do it perfectly, even more than you do. So they give you perfect finishing and you satisfy your client, because it actually costs to fit. You can do the cutting by yourself. I'm talking from way of experience. You can do the cutting by yourself. You can do the pattern drafting by yourself. If you don't trust anybody to do it for you, do it your own way. But make sure that somebody does the finishing for you. If you can't do it by yourself, don't stress yourself and get somebody to do that for you. If you can't get somebody, do it by yourself. There's no harm in doing it by yourself. We all started that way. I still even do customers' work by myself. So do it by yourself, but know that you are charging yourself. You are getting paid at the end of the day. Now, number one, that is one price. That is to one side what you're charging. So now, what are the other costs? The cost of other materials. This is just for workmanship. Now, the cost of other material, I'm not saying that you charge 1,000 for yourself. I'm just putting it as an example. So the workmanship is different from the cost of materials that you're going to use for the garments. So list the cost of materials, the zipper, the thread, the interfacing, anything, closures, whatever notions that you need, embellishment, whatever, calculate everything together. The transportation to the market, everything, and if it's by delivery, calculate the delivery fee, add everything together. Now we have some fixed assets, some fixed costs that must be taken care of on every customer's job, or maybe products, whatever. The fixed costs are the cost of your rentage. Even if you're working from home, somebody is paying the accommodation fee. If you're not the one paying, somebody is paying. So definitely the space you're using, you need to kind of calculate how much will it worth per year, per month, per day, whatever. Calculate per year, then calculate per month, then calculate to days. So you know how much your space, your working space is worth. So now, in a day, you can divide it to maybe the number of customers you get per day, right? I'm not saying that when the customer comes, that's a calculation. Oh, because today my space is worth 1,500 per day, and this customer is coming. You can't put the whole burden on that customer alone. You can share like 30K. 500 for this customer, maybe another customer, when the customer comes, I'll add another one, that one is there. Then your electricity, these are fixed prices, fixed costs. Your electricity, then the cost of maintaining your machines when it spoils, when it needs maintenance. What's the cost? Just little by little, you gather everything. Those are costs. Maybe that one overall is like 2,000 naira per day. I'm just saying, you add it. Then don't forget your tax. Don't forget your tax. I will always say this, don't forget your tax. If you've not been paying tax, one day is coming that the government will come for your house. I'm telling you, it has happened to me before. When you need something from the state government, from the federal government, and they're asking you for your tax clearance or whatever, and you're not able to produce it, if the only thing you're doing is this fashion business, please involve your tax. Whichever way. I know in Nigeria people think that maybe when you pay tax it doesn't count or whatever. Please, it counts. Get your certificate. Go to any tax office that is around you. Ask for how much people in your section pay per annum as their tax. Divide it into 12, divide it into 31 per month. Charge it on each of your customers. If you buy something from the supermarket, they have the VAT, the value added tax. They add it on whatever you purchase. So you need to actually add this to your client's charges. And you need to know that your business account should be separated from your normal account. So all these costs goes to the business account. The renting, the whatever goes to the business account. Then from your normal charge that you're charging, some parts goes again to the business account. If you want to, your personal workmanship, you can have the business account if you want, because you are the business owner, but know how much you're charging yourself, know how much you're paying yourself per month, and the remaining goes to the business account. Let's say out of the 10,000 that you charge the client, the overall total cost of all the fixed cost and the material is like, let's say the material you're using is like 5,000, and then the overall total fixed cost that you have is like 3,000, or let's say 2,000 per day. That is like 7,000 to be added to the 10,000 naira, making 17k. Out of that 17k, the 3,000 naira for 2,000 naira for the overall fixed cost goes to the business account. And out of your workmanship, like 50% goes to the business account, 50% comes to you. So you know how much you're pricing and you're charging your client. And how do you price? When the client comes, you're not going to tell the client, oh, it's 17,000 naira because you calculated to be 7,000 naira. No, it's not 7,000 naira. You put more. By the time bargaining starts, you know that the last price of collecting is 17,000, and that 7,000 you're okay with it, but you can go more, you can go higher, but you know that you're not going lesser than 17. And if you want to go lesser, you just like, okay, because you're a first timer, I'm giving you a discount of like that. So that's how to do bespoke pricing. Depending on what the customer wants. I think I've touched too much on this. So now let's go to the next pricing strategy that I use and that have been working for me. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. This is still the Paid Up Impact. Thanks for watching.